family and I love to make and eat homemade pizza. Now, because of this love, of course, we've tried a lot of different recipes. I developed a lot of different recipes. We've tried a lot of different pizza. But what I'm going to share with you today is a cornmeal pizza dough. If you've never tried this before, I think you're really going to like it. The cornmeal adds a really unique texture to the pizza dough, but also a really unique flavor that goes with so many toppings that you can use. It's a really easy and simple pizza dough to make. This is a same day pizza dough. So even if you're new to pizza dough making, this is going to be pretty easy for you too. Now, I am Amy from A Red Spatula, and of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss any of the new videos that are coming out. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this starts with a cornmeal sponge. A sponge basically is we're going to add our cornmeal to the mixing bowl, the yeast, water. Mix this up really quickly, cover it. We're going to let it sit for at least 30 to 45 minutes. I like to do this to hydrate the cornmeal before we get going. This is what it looks like when it's done. The yeast is activated. And then we're going to add in our flour, salt, the remaining ingredients, and then we're going to mix this. Now you want to mix this until it's nice and smooth. It probably should take at least 6 to 8 minutes. Here's what it looks like when it's finished. You want it to be just slightly sticky. You're going to cover this, put it in a warm place, and let it rise until it has doubled. When this dough is doubled, you're going to flour your surface, divide your dough into 4 pieces. If you want 12-inch pieces, of course, you can make them smaller than this if you want to do 6 or even 8 pizzas. And I'm going to show you 2 different methods for cooking pizza. Well, at least how to prep the pizza for either baking or doing it in your pizza oven. Now I rolled it into balls. You can see I let it rest for 10 minutes, and then we're going to start forming our pizzas into round shapes. I mean, I guess you can shape any shape you want, but obviously traditional is round. So I like to stretch it out. Don't add a lot of flour. That's probably my only recommendation here, is you don't want to have a lot of extra flour in it. And then once it's all pressed out and ready to go, this one I'm going to show you how to do in a pizza oven. So I flour my peel and then I set the pizza dough on it. And you're just going to want to, I shake it a little bit to make sure that's going to move. If it's sticking just a little bit, I put a little more flour on it. And then you're going to create the pizza however you want to create your pizza. And then once the pizza is ready, obviously it's going to slide right into your preheated pizza oven. It cooks very quickly. Usually it's in between 2 and 3 minutes in my oven. And then when you're baking a pizza in the oven, it's a little bit different. So I create the pizza on a piece of parchment paper, and then the oven is preheated to 550 degrees convection. I take a baking sheet and turn it upside down in there. So the oven's hot, the baking sheet is hot, and then when the pizza is ready on this piece of parchment paper with a peel, I'm going to slide it right, like the parchment pizza all together, slide it right onto that preheated baking sheet. Now here is our pizza oven pizza coming out, obviously very quickly, very fast. I love it, love the flavor of it, love the texture. And then here is the pizza coming out of the oven. You can see it turns out really well as well. Slice this, enjoy it. There's so much to love about these cornmeal pizzas. If you have any questions, of course, drop them. And then also I'd love to hear if you try this recipe.